welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last year. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. On the option. Runs through another one. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Colorado's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running behind that left side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. To the air, it's Russell. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. Let's talk about Alabama. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here comes the heat. They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Gives it on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Brown has it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Lewis wants to pass. They're still good. That's a right ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's the touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And the Colorado offense is coming back on the touchdown, David.
And there's no...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the...
He's got it on the right. Lots of room to run. He's at... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Price. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Bama. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. With a lot of time left, there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll start this drive with a pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the move and looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
They were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Price. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Brown. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Oh, they're after him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, and put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Under fire. They're working that left side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Lewis to throw. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job.
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Buffaloes are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. They get through, and it's blocked. He's got the ball. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Brown has it. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 5 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Plows through the defense. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. Makes a man miss. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. Creates a little space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll go to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Jenkins. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And remember, he's already had 1 blocked in this game. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab in the open. Oh, what a cut! He was off to the races and maybe another step or 2 and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That last big play has them in business. Turning it on! He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Hauls it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The give out of the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Powers through the defender. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Clock stops and we reach the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build on.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got the first down and more. Hits him with a stiff arm. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. From the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The inside handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far